Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We will get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Denver Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. With us is Millz Young with us, Big Al McMordie. It's Alex Smart from Las Vegas, Nevada, home of the Super Bowl. It is Tony Brown and Wayne Scott. Here's how we'll line up for this evening. With Smart, McMordie, Brown, Young, Scott, then I will close this one out. All right, NBA on the board tonight. Trading deadline came and went. Not much star power here. We saw most of the noise before the All-Star break, right? We were talking about the Toronto Raptor moves with OG and Siakam. Those were probably the bigger moves, but that happened before the All-Star break. We saw it coming. All right, tonight the NBA, we got lots of college hoops in action, some NHL, so let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Pim with some good college hoops action tonight. Alex, what's happening?
How you doing? We're going to attack some college hoops tonight. We're going to go after Pac-12 basketball, and we're going to look at the Arizona-Utah game. So Arizona, where they have not played all that well recently on the road, just 3-3. They've allowed more than 73 points in each one of their games on the road, and man, their defense just looks a little ragged there. 81.3 overall on the season in 6 road games. And we all know Utah plays an adjusted up-tempo type of basketball, 69th in the nation, and they can really move the ball. And, in that game that they lost 92-73, that game was a lot closer than people might, estimate or think if you look at the final score. Utah was playing good basketball in that game, and they were lighting up the lamp. And they're going to do it again here tonight. Of the high altitudes of Utah, they know how to run here. They know how to play. They know how to adjust to that high altitude playing surface, or we'll call it whatever you want to call it, the atmosphere. And Arizona, coming from the desert, I think are going to have issues here with Utah tonight. I think Utah runs and guns their way here and puts enough points on the board to stay within shooting distance of Arizona. Even if Arizona wins, which, I project Arizona will win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer. My line's closer to -4, 3.5 at this point. And, that's not a whole bunch of wiggle room, but close to one possession, that's fine with Utah. I think they want this game badly, something for their resume. And like I said, Arizona's been wobbly on the road. So we're going to go with Utah, take the points.
Yeah, that's a pretty good edge in 2024. Probably not in 2002, but when you had more variance in the lines. But I think the edges now it's a pretty good edge right now to go with here with Utah. Utah, a team that's 12-0 straight up at home, covering 8 of those games. And man, it's that defense that's been great. But the thing that really stands out with this Arizona team is when they're away from Tucson, giving up well over 46% shooting, nearly 82 points a game.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of points. That's this is a good Wildcats team, obviously, and has been for a while. But this group, I don't know, just doesn't have that feel about it. And we've watched them in a few games. It just, I don't know, maybe they'll turn things around late here in February, or maybe even tonight. But I don't think so. I think we have the edge tonight. But anyway, there's something about this Arizona team that I'm just not, 100% with, and the upset could even happen tonight. So it's one of those games.
Yeah, that's in the cards. They're just not the dominant road team that you expect from a Final Four team, right? Like UConn, some of these teams that could go win someone's home. Yeah, they're going to drop road games. A lot of all these teams, even all the NCAA champions, all the Final Four teams, they're going to drop road games in conference away from home. It's just these home courts are just so strong in college hoops.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a very strong home court advantage that Utah has. And that might bring out the best in Arizona, but it hasn't so far this year. So what's going to change? So you only can go with the edges that you see. You can only go with what you've seen so far. You're not just going to well, not me anyway. I'm not just going to snap my fingers and go, hey, tonight's the night Arizona plays the game of the year. I mean, anything is possible within the realm of possibilities, but the edges, you have to take the edges. And the edges say, we're going to take Utah.
Yep, and we'll see how that advantage plays for Utah and Colorado next year when Big 12 teams start to come in. Although some of them are already going to Utah, but for BYU. But we'll see how that works there. Alex here on Utah plus 5.5 here against Arizona. This one starts here 8 Eastern time over on the Pac-12 network. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Prim for tonight's action. Of course, as we were talking about here, we got NBA on the board tonight with televised games, of course, here on this TV schedule tonight, as well as action here on the ice, action here from the college hoops as well. Alex has been on a tear right now. Over nearly 2,200 units of profit over the last 30 days. This year, a profitable year. Last 7 days on fire. Winning day yesterday. He's been on absolute tear. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, we've got an NHL selection tonight. It's going to start shortly. It's the Canucks and Bruins. That's a premier game. Also, there's a great trend inside that I think everybody will like. Feel confident about betting what I've decided that we're going to go with. We have a college basketball triple play on board of totals. I've really been wrecking the totals. Really had a big run, close to over 64% over 100 plus games. So that's a nice run. And NBA also, we're on a 70% run with my totals recently over a 23 selection run. So anyway, we're gonna try to make some more money for everybody tonight, and join me for long-term packages and get a better price on more profits for your bankrolls. So if we go long term.
That's right, guys. Get up over here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dog Premium. You see the great results here over the last 30 days for the year as well. It's been strong. That 1 month pass will get you all of Alex's pre and place. Remainder of major college basketball regular season, because we'll be in the conference tournaments here in early March. Also, the NBA for 30 days. We're in post All-Star break as well. There'll be strong action there. Super Bowl pick from Alex. NHL as well. All these sports overlapping. Actually, will also be in play. That will be in play right now. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's right. We're hitting spring training in baseball. That's not part of it. We don't post spring training.
You love baseball. Anyway. You love baseball.
I'm already getting ready for it, man. I'm already ready for the baseball here. But anyway, it's throwing me off with that March 20th and 21st opening series there with the Padres and the Dodgers. But they're hitting spring training right now, so it's getting exciting, guys. So go ahead and get on board here with Alex. That 1 month pass, the way to go. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotions available as well. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again next week, and looking forward to Super Bowl as well.
Yeah, have a great Super Bowl weekend, guys. Take care, and I'll see you later.
See you later. Alex Smart here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Time now for Big Al McMordie. We got college hoops here. We'll get college hoops covered here at the show as well as NBA. We'll bring in our man Big Al McMordie. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Prim. We're ready to roll here with Big Al with some Big West action. Big Al, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Tony, how are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. SoCal teams in action tonight. Cal Poly and Northridge going head-to-head here with Northridge laying 10.5, total 142.
Yeah, the Matadors snapped their 5-game losing streak. They had a 6-point win over Riverside as a 1.5-point home favorite. Meanwhile, the Mustangs continue a free fall. They've now lost 11 straight games dating back to a home loss to these Matadors back on December 28th. Cal Poly was a 3.5-point home dog in that first meeting. They lost by 10, 83-73. Tonight, they're also an underdog, this time getting double digits on the road at Northridge. And I'm going to take the points, Tony. Big West Conference underdogs of more than 7 points are 81 and 32 ATS and conference games if they were off a home loss and their opponent was off a point spread win. I think the streak ends tonight. Big upset, taking the points.
All right, Big Al says go ahead and take the points here with Cal Poly. San Luis Obispo here, slow here, plus the points. It's not plus 8, it's now plus 10.5 here in this one tonight here against Northridge, a team really that since Bobby Braswell left that school, man, it's just been tough sledding for this team. They've lost 4 of their past 5. I just don't. Other than Santa Barbara and maybe Irvine, and maybe even Long Beach, I don't see much home court advantage in this conference.
No, I mean, I remember back in the day, this is going to date myself. I used to watch Jerry Pim's teams. And who else? Forget.
Santa Barbara. You don't go as far as Tarquin was Long Beach.
No. Although I one of these days I'll tell you the story when I ran into Tarkanian when he coached the San Antonio Spurs. Well, that was a trip.
I bet
he coached us for about maybe 9 or 15 games back in the early 90s before he got fired, and I ran into Tarkanian in the souvenir shop, and he was muttering to the woman who was working at the souvenir shop about this true story. He tells her, "I can't figure out this pick and roll thing." And I was like, "What the fuck?" at that point, I knew that the Spurs are going to be in for a rough year, and he got fired so fast.
Yeah, that was rough. I'm just trying to go back thinking coaches in the Big West. Who was that coach for the longest time? But from Utah State, Stu Merrill was probably one of the more popular. Probably one of the was he was Big West, wasn't he? God, I can't. Utah State.
Was Utah State in the Big West? I
thought Utah State was Big West, and they got elevated to the Mountain West.
Yeah,
because they used to dominate.
He was there. He was there forever. I can't remember if they were Big West or not.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember those days. I know Bobby Braswell because he was at Northridge forever. He's won at 6 out. But in college football, when Long Beach had a football team, George Allen actually coached there for a little while there. I don't think he would have remembered that.
But UCSB had that big home court advantage, like in the late 1980s.
Well, the ritual over there, right? Before the game starts, what they would do?
I don't.
They used to bring corn tortillas and they would toss them into the court because there was a sports radio guy that would call them the nachos. And that was their response to it. So that's a little Big West history that's all the history for the Big West. So there you go. Big Al here on Cal Poly plus the 10.5 against Northridge tonight here 10 Eastern time, and you can follow Big West action a lot on ESPN Plus. There you go. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dodgement for tonight's action. Of course, the NBA on the board. Trade deadline has came and went. Not a whole lot of news there. You didn't miss a whole lot because we said earlier that we knew that Toronto was going to move their star players. They moved them before the break. Great results from Big Al in the NBA. You see the numbers up there. Also for the year showing profit. Last 30 days, last 7 days. This is all sports combined. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Off a good day yesterday, Tony. 5-1 yesterday. Came close to 6-0. Dennis Schroeder missed a free throw, which killed us. Missed it by half point. But have 6 college basketball games today, I think. And I've got my NHL game of the month, hitting 65.2% in hockey this year. Perfect 2-0 so far in our NHL games of the month, looking to move to 3-0. So a lot of good stuff on this Thursday. I've already looked at the 3 college basketball games. Tomorrow and Friday, I'll have plays on at least 2, if not all 3 of those games, believe it or not. And of course, I've also got the Super Bowl posted for those who like to bet on football. They can get my 5-star Super Bowl play. That's up right now.
Yeah, Big Al's rated very high here. Likes this side a lot, or likes this pick a lot here. So get up with Big Al over at Pick Dogs. Maybe see the great results in NBA, all sports combined as well. Fantastic year. Last 30 days has been strong. Long-term pass will serve you well. They include all the premium plays that Big Al releases when you go to his handicap page, make that purchase. Remember that 1-month pass gets you all this college hoops, NHL, NBA, Super Bowl pick here, all this premium plays for 30 days. And of course, Big Al, for the big bettors out there, you've got the all access.
That's right, Tony. Just text Big Al to 775-636-7676. You get all the games. You get additional plays. For example, tonight, I'll be sending out an NBA play to the All Access folks that is not going to the premium side. And you also get the games rated down from 10 down through 1. And then you get any play of your liking. If there's a game you want to bet on and it's 5 minutes until, 11 p.m., just call me, text me, email me, and I'll get you my opinion on the game.
There you go, guys. So get that signed for all the big bettors out there. Big Al's All Access, so get signed up. All right, Big Al, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. Of course, we can catch your all access videos here on the Pick Dog YouTube channel. And I also want to get your thoughts here as the trade deadline came and went. Your thoughts on the Spurs?
We suck. Although now we're officially not the worst team in the league. That's now Charlotte, so that's something. But I don't know. I mean, right now I'm just focused on the draft lottery, and hopefully we can have 2 first-round picks instead of 1. Hopefully we get Toronto's.
We'll see. Yep, exactly. All right, Big Al. Have yourself a great rest of the weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, talk to you Wednesday. Big Al McMordie here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on. Guys, you ever miss a pick on the show? We always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. We'll go ahead and welcome in Tony Brown. And the special day today, 2/8/24. There's going to be unveiling here of Kobe Bryant's statue. If you happen to catch NBA TV, they are televising the the Lakers station is simulcasting over that, showing that unveiling of the Kobe statue. So let's go ahead and bring in Tony Brown right now. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. We're ready to roll with Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tone? How you guys doing out there?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go tonight. Fitting that we're covering this one tonight. As Kobe Bryant's statue will be unveiled here in the bottom of the hour, about 5 minutes away. Lakers and Nuggets going head-to-head here on TNT. The Nuggets laying 3 on the road, total 230.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be right if I didn't pick the Lakers right here. Even if I wasn't a fan, the energy that's going to be in the building tonight is going to be something to deal with. It's the Kobe Bryant statue. It's 2/8/24. It's just Kobe Day, Kobe time. I mean, you just got to go with the Lakers tonight. The bench players are going to give their all. The staff is going to give their all. The popcorn guy is going to bake the best popcorn tonight. Like, it's Kobe Bryant is he's an NBA legend. He's an NBA monument. Definitely a staple in Los Angeles. Maybe, the biggest Laker we've ever had. It's debatable whatever generation you come from or whatnot. And then take all of that stuff away. Let's just look at the game on paper. The Lakers played the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Finals last year, and then each game they had a double-digit lead. Now, they lost all 4 games. They lost all 4 leads, and they were swept by the Joker and the Nuggets, who went on to win the championship. But that just proved that they can play with them. You know what I mean? That all 4 games they had leads. They just weren't able to hold on. But I think tonight, if they take the lead, they'll never look back with the way that crowd's going to be going. And you got a healthy LeBron and a healthy AD. Getting those guys as, underdogs at home, that's just too good to pass up, especially on a night like tonight. So we won't. No need for the points. I think the Lakers grab this one outright, and then we're going to take the Lakers on the money line and get it done.
All right, we got Tony Brown on record here with the Lakers here, plus the points. He just said you could also sprinkle the money line there, as you mentioned, or just mentioned here on this segment here. 3.5. Let's see where the 3.5s. They might have been scooped up. There are some 3.5s right now over in Vegas. If you kind of play with a local guy in those little bars, the paperhead guys, the 3.5 you can get there. If you got a local, you can find it there. There are some 3.5s right now, even on the U.S. sportsbook. So we'll grade there. 3.5 is there are some 3.5s. You guys can look at that there if you'd like. Just kind of looking here at this overall game, James and Davis are questioned. But again, it's such a game like tonight, you expect them to play in this one, Tony Brown.
Right. When you have AD, he's questionable on the injury list every time. I think they just leave him on there as questionable just because Anthony Davis. But it would have to take, literally like broken feet and broken legs to hold those guys out tonight. They have to play on Kobe night.
Yeah, and one thing with Denver is they're not a big scoring team away from the on the road here. And one thing to note here, when you kind of look at pace of play, which I looked these numbers up, and Denver on the road, believe it or not, they play at the second slowest pace on the road, which is baffling to me, but. I think that plays in the Lakers' advantage here because they want that type of game because they have defended well at home.
I'm an agent myself again when I say this one, but do you remember Dennis Green? They were who we thought they were, but we let them off the hook. I think that's what we got with this Laker-Denver series. Like, we were prepared for Denver all the way. Joker, he can't jump over a curve, not taking anything away from him. He definitely deserves the MVP, but Anthony Davis was way more athletic than him. I think we got comfortable when we had those leads and just let them off the hook, literally. So now we know what they're about. We've seen them a couple times, and this is a revenge game, like they say in college sports. This is a definitely revenge spot, and we're at home, and then the special night coupled with that, coupled with the home crowd. I just don't see how we don't get it done tonight.
Yeah, the Lakers, it's pretty much stood pat during the trade deadline. We kind of felt that was going to happen. I really thought the Lakers could have made a run for Emmanuel quickly. I think he was probably the one player out there that probably would have helped them, I thought. But, of course, there are now the Lakers look to the buyouts, right? They look to the guys that get bought out and they get hit in the waiver wire. I'm hearing Robin Lopez. I'm hearing John Dinwiddie possibly heading over to L.A. as possible candidates, at least for the job.
A piece is a piece. When a guy comes over to the Lakers, they're going to play different than they played from whatever team they're coming from just because they know the championship caliber that we expect. they're playing amongst LeBron James. He's going to elevate their game or whatever. But remember when we traded for Anthony Davis and everybody said we were done in the water because we gave up too many pieces. We shouldn't have gave up Brandon Ingram, yada, yada, yada. We not have enough money to fill the spots. When you have the number 1 and number 2 players on the planet, like, everybody becomes a player that and all they have to do is play their role. LeBron's always going to be LeBron, and Anthony Davis is going to be Davis. That's a double-double and a triple-double threat every single night. The NBA's all-time leading scorer of all time on the floor every single night. The 7-footer that's capable of blocking shots every single night. So we have the players we need to win a championship. We just need them to step up and play, and we need the injury bug to stay away.
Does LeBron James match Tom Brady playing till he's 45?
If LeBron James can play as long as he wants to, I don't know if he'll be a Laker that long. You know, he wants to play with his son and all that or whatever, but you see the level that he's playing at 40. Line is only going to be, you know, Father Time is undefeated, and these guys are going to get 20 and 21 and get bigger, faster, and stronger. But even at 45, LeBron will be a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you think back, I know he's not been a long-term Laker, but you look at LeBron James' career from rookie to age 39. I've never seen an athlete play at this high. I mean, look at make an argument about Brady if you want, but an athlete from, especially in this sport, from rookie to age 39, play at this type of level.
Right, not at all. Tom Brady, he played well until old age, but he didn't start like that. He started on the bench. He came in because of a vicious hit to Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe, if he wasn't hit like he was hit, we might not even have heard of Tom Brady. He went in the last round of the draft. He was sitting on the bench over there in New England. LeBron James was expected to do this since high school. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at high school. Only him and Bryce Harper have achieved that feat. So we've never heard like this. We're talking about his son. We seen the dude come in from high school, a high school athlete, to now the NBA's greatest scorer, to now he's going to play with his son, and he's done nothing but been great his whole career. I mean, going to 10 championships alone, it's the same as Tom Brady. He has 7 rings, but he's been to 10 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to talk about the 3 he lost. That's ridiculous. Like, just because you don't succeed every single time doesn't make it a failure. He still went to 10 championships. Michael Jordan was 6 for 6. That's great. But if he had went to 10, I think he would have lost a couple too. I think LeBron James had one of the greatest careers we've ever seen and witnessed, at least for me. You know, I didn't get to watch Will Chamberlain and, you know, all those guys. But for me, from Magic to Michael, Isaiah, Larry Bird, all those guys, I think LeBron James had one of the best careers overall that we've ever seen.
Was Anthony Davis more effective early in his career before he went to this super young and super fast-paced type of style of game? You think he was more effective when he first came in the league or now?
I don't know. I mean, he's, like I said, he's putting a triple-double on nights whenever he wants to. He's still 25, 10, and 10 whenever he wants to. He got more championships when he was younger, but I mean, he was younger, and then what player isn't better? I think his impact of the game. Like, can you just name a couple guys offhand who you just rather be like, oh, I'd rather have him than LeBron James? Or, you know what I mean? You're trying to build a championship team where you just be like, well, I'm going him over LeBron James. And it's a handful of guys, if any, and I'm talking about at this point in his career.
Yeah, this point in his career. And of course, they do amount to about $82 million on the salary cap. So it's a lot. That's a lot. And of course, they have issues there, you know, trying to put together the supporting staff to get through a regular season. And it looks like they're going to be trapped, Tony Brown, in this play-in round. They're 5 games out of the 6th seed. It's a long shot to get out of this play-in round. And of course, Golden State lingers as the number 11 seed.
Well, I mean, trapped is a silly, not silly, but I mean, trapped is a harsh word. I wouldn't mind being trapped with those 2 players compared to being salary cap with 3 mid-tier players or something like that, and then all these guys trying to build a super team. And I don't know. I think we should pretty fortunate as Laker fans to have LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
There you go. Here, Tony Brown here on the Lakers. You can find the 3.5s here against the Nuggets tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on TNT. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, we do have on the board tonight, NBA on the board with a nice card tonight. Also, action here from college hoops, action on the ice. Tony Brown's been great on the ice. You see the results in Tony Brown in the NFL this year. 1,959 units of profit. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I have a 3-play tonight, my Thursday 3-play. That's just for the people who are not, pass buyers. If you got that monthly pass or my season pass, my VIP pass, if you have any of the passes, I have 9 picks on the board tonight. I have a 3-play from each league, from the NHL, college basketball, and from the NBA. But if you just wanted to buy some picks for tonight, I have a 3-pay, my Thursday 3-play. It's my top play on the board from each of those leagues. So you get my top pick from the NBA, the NHL, and college basketball. You can get them on the 3-play for only $35, or you can get individual plays for $25 each.
That's right, guys. Got over with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results in the NFL. Tony Brown this year showing great profit. Last 30 days, all sports combined, 724 units of profit. So Tony Brown has been doing great work over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also showing great profit in the NHL. I know a better time to get on board with that long-term pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Of course, you can add multi-capper promotion, even greater value there with Tony Brown here at Pick Dogs. All right, Tony Brown is always. Of course, you also have that 1-year all sports pass up there.
Yeah, that's the best value going right now. You can see just the units we made in the NFL this year would have paid for the whole year season pass. That means you would have got the hockey for free, the baseball for free, college. These aren't season passes. They're full 365 days of play passes. And my NFL pick is on sale right now. It's only $19. I mean, and that's for the common player if you're just a $100 player, or if you're a $10,000 player. Nobody made more money betting football this year than me. So if you want to win the Super Bowl, you want to be that guy that wins the Super Bowl, I have my NFL Super Bowl super pickup right now. It's $19. I made the most units in football this year, and I'm not going to stop on the biggest game of them all. Whether the whole regular season and playoffs, 1,900 units. We're going to go over 2,000 with this Super Bowl pick, and you can get it while it's on sale right now for $19. And if you have my year pass with it, if you buy the pick and until next year's Super Bowl pick, it's a full 365 days of play. Serious players, if you're serious with your money betting sports, you can't afford not to get that pass. You pay one time and get every pick I release from every single sport, playoffs and championship picks included.
There you go. So get on board there with Tony Brown. Get that pass. All right, Tony Brown, is always great having you show. I'm just baffled with these trades here. P.J. Washington goes to Dallas for a first-round pick. Is he worth the first-round pick? You got to be kidding. That's why the Lakers have trouble making deals, because some of these teams are just unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Okay. Oh, boy. All right.
I mean, at some of this point, it just seems like these guys are getting moved around like cattle. Like, are you just, you know what I mean? Like, there's no rhyme or reason
P.J.
for P.J. Washington for a first-round pick for anyone. Right.
Dallas.
Seriously.
Jay. When I talk to Jay, I'm going to really
price is what you pay.
Oh.
Yeah, price is what you pay. Value is what you get. If somebody was willing to give a first-round pick for P.J. Washington, then that's what his value is in.
Oh boy. Yep, that's just people right here. We've got some Dallas Mavericks fans in the chat room. Just can't. They're going crazy with this deal. Oh boy. All right, Tony Brown. Have yourself a great night. That's why, like, if you can't make deals when you got teams doing this kind of crap, you know. I mean, it's really tough. All right, Tony Brown. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, man. I always appreciate being here, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a happy Super Bowl, and make sure you get that pick if you want to win it.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show. Let's bring in our man Millz Young. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Sacramento Kings kind of quiet themselves here in the trade deadline, but again, people out there just throwing away draft picks for backup, for guys off the bench. It's incredible. Millz, how's it going? You're on mute there, Millz. You're on mute. Well, he's on mute. I better move the game, right? Because he's not doing the Laker game. Millz is going to be covering us the Jazz and Suns for tonight, so we'll let him get his audio up as I move the chains here. 1 second. We're going to get the Jazz and the Suns tonight. And where we go. Millz, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How's everybody doing?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Tonight, one of the better games of the night here is the Suns hosting the Utah Jazz. The Suns here laying 6.5 total, 242.5.
Yeah, man, you said it right, man. I think we got a good one tonight here on the game. So, you got the Utah Jazz coming out. A good, impressive win last time out against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were underdogs in that one. They were able to win that one straight out right. Now you got them traveling on out. So I look at it like this, man. They're 3-0 in their last couple of games out. I think the Suns are going to be looking at this game as a look-ahead spot. They got the Warriors coming up on Saturday. I think 6.5 points is a little bit too much. On top of it, They played 3 times already. All 3 of those times, the Suns won. You think they really gonna sweep them on the board? It's a rarity that one team actually sweeps the other team in the whole series 4-0 out of all the times that they played. 2 of the games that they played, they only won by 3 points. The other game before that, they murdered them. They was up by 22. Jordan Clarkson is explosive off the bench. I really like the way that the rookie's playing. Keontae George too as well. This is one team that didn't make any moves on the trade deadline besides Kelly Olynyk. So I don't think anything's going to be adjusting or affecting their rosters or anything like that. I like the Utah Jazz and the points in this spot. So go ahead and give me the Utah Jazz. Go ahead and make some money for us tonight, folks.
All right, Utah Jazz. They did move Fontecchio yesterday, one of that Italian league, the guy from Italian league, who actually performed well. I mean, a lot of the people are praising the Pistons in that move, getting Fontecchio. He was pretty much a bench player and was used heavily when the Jazz went through some injuries early in the season. And really, they get some second round picks in exchange for Fontecchio. But again, now that they're a little bit more healthier, Clark's Keontae George is turning out to be pretty well in this one as well. Of course, the Suns are here at home. A team that's they've got Booker, they've got Beal. Of course, they are both on the injury list right now. Mills, as we've got them both here on the questionable status.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things to where, like I said, they're going to be playing the Warriors coming up, and if both of them are questionable, you usually want them to go, full strength on Saturday, and it's one of those things to where they don't got a lot of games under all their belts for all 3 of those players out there. But on the Suns' behalf, though, they are playing good in the last 10 games. I think they're like 7-3. With that being said, Bradley Beal had a revenge game against his former team. Washington Wizards went for 40. Who was it? KD went off when he played the Nets just recently. But ain't no revenge spot on this one. Ain't none of these guys played on the Jazz. You know what I mean? You got revenge, if anything, man. We got Colin Sexton. That boy's a bull. A straight bull, man. I remember watching him at Alabama over there. He's one of those players where he's slapping the court, defensively getting sound. Averaging 19 points, trying to play for a contract. His name was mentioned earlier on, for maybe getting traded when Markanian was hurt. They want to keep on to Markanian. They calling him Baby Dirk over there. So I actually think those 2 players right there is something that they're going to be building on. And on top of it, the Suns, they don't got a surrounding cast that, makes me feel warm or fuzzy inside at all. So when it comes down to the bench, I think the Jazz got a better bench just with the 2 people coming off. That's Jordan Clarkson and Keontae George.
Yep, and of course Beal is dealing with that ankle sprain. But the news here is Booker was a late addition to the injury, and that's what you don't like to see. The late additions to these injury reports is where you get into some issues here. The late addition here for Booker is dealing with a hip issue right now, so he's in danger of missing his first contest since December 1st. So that's the news there. Royce O'Neal is coming over here from Brooklyn, but he's not going to make it in time for the game. He's listed probably as doubtful. Would not expect him to be in this game because there's been some movement here as the Suns traded 3 second-round picks and for Royce O'Neal. So that's the new. That was the move here for the Suns. Here, 30-year-old forward for Phoenix, who was a pretty high pick if I remember correctly. His name was kind of thrown out there. Really not. Some of his numbers here, he was averaging just less than 7 points a game. He never reached his potential. He spent time in Utah, never averaged double digits in scoring whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember.
And we lost your sound there, Mills.
Now?
Yeah, we got you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still. You lost your sound there again, Mill. You there?
We good?
We're good now. You're good now. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I like the Jazz with the point.
There you go. Jazz with the points here against the Suns tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Mills, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we have NBA, a lot of college hoops as well. Mills, we'll take a look here at the board right now with Mills, showing profit here last 7 days. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, man, I got well, okay. That's on fighting Pfeiffer versus Arnett. I got a spot that I like on there, and the odds is going right now in our favor. So hop on it right now before the odds go up.
All right, guys, got to go with Millz Young over at Pick.com. So great results here last 7 days, so no better time than now to get on board. Moneymaker up there from Millz for $25. Super Bowl ticket up there as well. Of course, here we are on a Thursday. No better time to get that 3-day all sports pass. Get all of Millz premium plays for 3 days. That includes his NBA, includes all his college hoops action. Also, the Super Bowl pick is in early. That's also part of that 3-day all sports pass. The Super Bowl pick is in early, so you'll get that. Of course, don't forget the UFC picks as well. So no better time to get that 3-day all sports pass from Millz. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotion with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, making it even a greater value there. So go ahead and get signed up with Millz. All right, Millz, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know we can catch your prop shop and, of course, that UFC rundown for the big fight card.
Yeah, man, the prop shop right now, the whole card got out. Overall, the card, well, let me know who you guys are betting on. Go on over to the sports chat, play bet source, put together your best prop shop, watch the prop shop video, and let me know who you guys got for the night.
That's right, guys. Check it out there. Prop shop video from Millz. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Millz drops those props, you get them. Of course, the big prop show coming up with the Super Bowl props. You know that's going to be coming up Super Bowl Sunday. So look forward to that video, guys. Never better time now to get that subscribe button. Before you place those prop bets, make sure you check out Millz's prop shop here for Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. All right, Millz, have a great night, weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony. Appreciate everybody.
Got as well. Millz Young here on the drive through. Let's continue on here on the show. It's time for our man Wayne Scott. We'll bring Wayne in. We'll get an NBA rundown from Wayne as well, as he got college today on the free pick. Bring him in right now. Wayne, what's happening? You're on mute there, Wayne. Okay, we'll get Wayne to sign in here in just a second. Here, and it's we're going to get to action here. It's not Cup Holly. You're going to get action tonight here as we go with. Are you there, Wayne?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Pick Dog family? What's going on, Tony T? Sorry about that. What's going on, guys?
No worries at all. Okay, here we go. We're going college hoops tonight. We're going to be looking at this one between, I believe it's top of the hour, Robert and Morris here. I don't want to get too far from it here. Robert and Morris will be in action tonight here. Let me get the game up for you tonight here. Green Bay and Robert Morris going head-to-head at 7 Eastern time. We see Robert Morris laying 3. Total sits here 136.5.
Yes, sir. In this Horizon League, we got two teams going in two different directions. Typically, I like to take Robert Morris when they're getting a bundle of points because they're not a bad team. But right here as the favorite against the Green Bay team who's playing the better. I have to look Green Bay's away. The Green Bay has won 3 in a row. And Robert Morris is coming off a win too, but they just beat Detroit U. I'm not going to give them too much credit off of that. But off of win, Wisconsin Green Bay is 10-4, winning at a 74% clip, and that's ATS wise. While on the other side of that, Robert Morris is only 50%. They're 4-4 coming off a win. One of the strong reasons I like this game was because Wisconsin Green Bay is coming with the rest advantage. When they have the rest advantage, they are 5-1 on the season. ATS winning at an 83% clip. As as Green Bay has the rest advantage, Robert Morris has the rest disadvantage. Only hitting that 40% clip when they come into games with the rest disadvantage. Wisconsin Green Bay is playing outstanding in conference play. They are 12-1. While on the other side of that, once again, we see Robert Morris only 50%, 6-6 as far as conference play. Wisconsin Green Bay comes in with the way better defense. They'll light your ass up from 3. And Robert Morris, they struggle to stop you from the 3. With all that being said, I can't lay no points with Robert Morris in this game. I'd rather take the points with the better playing team in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
All right, we go with Wayne here. Green Bay here. Plus the 3 here. And this will be against here Robert Morris. And, a good shooting team, this Wisconsin Green Bay team. We see over their past 5 games, hitting nearly 48% shooting. So they got their shooting in order right now.
Yes, sir. If you're looking at the numbers from the totality of the season, you will be a little off a little bit, as they have not had a great offensive season. But as Tony had mentioned, lately they've been playing very strong. They've been doing well, especially in the conference, and they do well in a lot of these scenarios right now. Coming off a win, coming in with the rest advantage. And even as an away dog, they're 7-5, winning at about 58%. So give me Wisconsin Green Bay in this one area.
Yeah, Green Bay, this is against Horizon competition. Nearly 39% from 3, nearly 59% from 2. They hold opponents to 28% from 3, and their top defensive rebounding team against the Horizon. So there's a lot good with Green Bay. Green Bay +3 here against Robert Morris. All right. Wayne, as we do with you here, we'd like to go through the a rundown from the NBA as we have NBA on the board tonight. We'll cover games that aren't covered here on the drive-through. We do have some games coming up here in the drive-through. I think we got 3 NBA covered, so we'll cover the remainder of the 6 games. This one here, top of the hour, Spurs and Magic going. Your Magic in action. But your Magic's laying some points down, laying 10 here, total 224.5.
Yeah, they disappointed me in that Heat game. I'm not going to talk too much about them because they haven't disappointed me too many times on the season. As Tony said, this is a huge number. Laying 10 or more this season, they haven't done it many times, but they are 2-1, beating the Wizards in Detroit in those scenarios. Spurs have been playing pretty well lately, and they're 6-4 in their last 10 on the road. They play decent against the East, hitting at about 43% clip. I got to go with the Magic here, though, man. Just not enough defense from the Spurs, and the Magic can actually score when they're at home. They score a lot better when they're at home. I can definitely see this back and forth, but fourth quarter, I definitely see the Magic pulling away. Last game when the Magic played the Spurs, I'm not going to lie, they jumped out to like a 30-point lead and only won that game by like 5 or 6. So it does tell me come out and blow the Spurs out, but they just got to maintain that lead.
All right, yeah, it's Orlando again. Second game in a row, a clean injury report. Maybe they're better when they got 4 or 5 guys on there. I don't know, but they're clean today on the injury report to this Orlando Magic team.
They made no move. They made no moves at the trade deadline, so that tells you what this front office feels about the guys that they have. Man, they just want to roll with them and see what we can do.
They don't need any more draft picks. They really don't have. They don't have room for. They have no room for anybody. They got 2 full units with their draft over the last several seasons. All right, I'll continue on here. This is an interesting one here with Warriors and Pacers. Right, back to back here for the Warriors. Rest advantage here for Indiana. Indiana laying 6 here. Total was 250 last night, down to 249.
Yeah, man, I feel like I'm getting tricked in this one a little bit. The Pacers are in the way better spot right here, but I just can't go against the Warriors with how they've been playing, man. Warriors also been solid, hitting at a 69% clip as road dogs, 9-4 in the season. They also play good against the East, covering 11-6 against the East, sitting at a 64% clip right there. And they play great after a win. Not only that, I just see them wanting to make this. They got to stack up wins because they want to make this make a run for this playoff. They also didn't make too many moves. One of the main reasons I like the Warriors here is because they are playing defense. They play just as good as offense as the Pacers, but they have been playing way better defensively as of lately. And I just feel like it's a spot where the Pacers are just giving up too many points against a veteran team like the Warriors.
No Clay tonight here for Golden State. He's not going to play tonight. He's had some issues there. Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, Clay has not been playing good. Exactly. He's been on the bench. He's probably averaging about 10 points his last 10 games. He's definitely not giving them much of an output. If anything, yeah, like you added, Tony, it might help. Get around without him looking all sad on the bench.
All right, so what about the spot players out there? The spot players, they go through the schedule, they look at bad spots. There's probably one here where you'd circle with the Warriors, bad spot because it's third game in 4 nights and 5th and last game of the road trip.
Nah, I'm with you on that. Definitely a bad spot for the Warriors, but I also feel like this is just still giving up too many points to a team. I'm not saying they can win this game, Tony, but I am saying you give me 6. I open that around 6.5, 7. You give me those numbers right there. I have to take the Warriors here with how they've been. Also penetrated one of their best 3-point shooters off the bench in Buddy Hield, so they're still getting it together, Indiana. We haven't seen them running like a well-oiled machine since they've made their trades and acquisitions. So just too many.
Yep, he'll moved out again. Maybe he'll get a starting role. He's been there. He cried about that. His parents did. I think his father did.
Yeah.
It was Sacramento. So we'll see. He's been moved around a lot, Buddy Hield. All right, Cavaliers and Nets, a game we're not covering here on the show. Cavaliers here, boy, getting a lot of respect now, up to 7.5. Of course, we did see some Nets, Dinwiddie, and the issue there was Royce O'Neal here. Cavs now laying 7.5, total 224 on it back-to-back.
Yeah, I like that Ben Simmons is playing more consecutive games, and we got Ben Simmons. We see this Brooklyn team's a way better team defensively and get stronger on the boards with Ben Simmons in there. Cavs have been horrible with the rest disadvantage. 3-10-1, only hitting at 23% clip. I just got to take the points with Brooklyn here. They are at home. We know Cavs play not as good as ball on the road. I know the Cavs have been rolling. And we also get Brooklyn in the revenge spot. Brooklyn lost to the Cavs early in the season, 111-102. So we're getting Brooklyn at home in the revenge spot, plenty of points, and we're getting Cavs at 2 of the places where they play worse, on the road and in the rest disadvantage. I'm going to lean with the Nets right there.
You know, this might be one of those games where, when you see a team where you have maybe a few players on the bench next to the coach, that might be the Nets tonight. Only 3 bench guys. It looks like they're going to go with an 8-man. Again, the trades and the injuries. One of those games where there's going to be like the coaches, more coaches in the bench than players tonight for Brooklyn.
Yeah, they will be a little thin. Just Dinwiddie and O'Neal, those are 2 players that give you a little pause for concern. But at the same time, as I mentioned in the last game against the Cavs on the last drive-through when they were playing the Wizards and the Wizards covered, this team is just not as good offensively with the starting lineup that they have. With Evan Mobley, they just lose a lot of shooting with him. He's good defensively, but they lose a lot of scoring when Evan Mobley is in the game and they take them 3-point shooters and put them on the bench. So I like the Nets here.
Yeah, this can be an old school game. Mikal Bridges, almost 39 minutes. We're looking at maybe 38 for Claxton, 38 for Thomas Smith, 32. Simmons, 28. Their bench guys, 28, 21, and 16. Looks like it's not an overload by no means. Heck, we've seen teams in the NBA go with 7, 8-man rotations back in the day.
Yes, sir. It's definitely. It's a little more common for teams to have the depth, but like you said, Tony, the 8-man rotation, a lot of these coaches like to go to that during the playoffs. Just play the more reliable guys on the season. Typically during the seasons, middle of the season, towards the beginning of the season, you see the bigger rotations. But we go down longer in the season, we're definitely going to see these rotations dwindle down. So it'll be nothing that the Nets can't overcome.
All right, let's continue on here in this one. We'll get into the Mavericks and Knicks here. This is one of the higher profile games on TNT here. Mavericks 6 now, total 224.
Yeah, it's hard to go against the Knicks, but it's about that time, man. They're just too injured, too depleted right now. The Mavs are playing well on the road, and the Mavs as road favorites are 10-2, hitting at an 83% clip. So if you're blindly betting the Mavs as road favorites, you are up mightily on this season. I just feel like the Knicks are way too depleted in this area, and the Mavs are actually playing defense. They're giving up only 112 points last 3 while scoring 118. Knicks on the other side, their defense is coming up. They're still the second rated defensive team, but with these guys missing, they're giving up 110 and only scoring 112 in their last 3. So give me the Mavericks here. Mavericks money line, and I like the Mavericks at the early spread at this 6. I can see a little backdoor action by the Knicks. They are at home, but Mavericks money line for sure.
Only 3 bench players tonight for the Knicks, too. It's another one where you're going to see more coaches on the bench than players. Gibson, Brown, top, and that's it. Everybody else out, or Bogdanovich is coming. Remember, there's been some trades, so some of these benches are going to roll lean. But again, teams are used. Some of these starters are going to have to go 38, 37 minutes. Just cowboy up and play like the guys in the '90s. That's all I'm going to say there. All right.
Is Brunson playing? I'm sorry. I'm assuming he's not
playing.
With that
he's
line
not playing.
jumping.
No, he's not playing.
Yeah. Okay.
Brunson's not going to play in this one tonight. And we got Doncic and Irving will play tonight. So it's a real thin bench tonight here for the Knicks. Bulls and Grizzlies going head-to-head here. The Bulls, 5.5, total 216.5.
Yes, sir. We're going with the Bulls, man. I just like the way that they look as away favorites. They also are good. They're 5-2. Haven't been favored too much on the season, but when they are favored as away, the team, they're doing pretty good, hitting at a 71% clip. Kobe White, man, he is disappointed. He did not make the All-Star team, and he continues the ball in this situation. Bulls scoring 120 points in their last three. I thought this was going to be a defensive game, but when you look, Bulls scoring 120, and Memphis was playing defense, but as of lately, they're giving up 123, and they're only scoring 101 points in their last three. I have no choice but to look the Bulls' way.
There we go. Look for the Bulls' way there. All right, let's continue here on this rundown. Timberwolves and Bucks will be covered here later in the show. Jazz and Suns here was covered already by Millz. And, of course, Pistons and Trailblazers to close out the night here. Those Pistons, boy, they got it done, but it was a bad spot there for the Sacramento Kings. Here we go. Trailblazers laying 6.5, total 226.5. Of course, a lot of the Pistons, some of them got moved away.
Yes, sir. A lot of trades in this one. As you mentioned, Pistons coming off an outstanding game last night. I definitely had them covering last night, but I wish I would have had a better read on feeling like they were going to win on the money line. That was plus 600. Hate missing money like that. But I like the Pistons here, man. I do. I know Trailblazers have smacked the Pistons in the last 10, beating them. They're 9-1 straight up against the Pistons and 7-2-1 against the spread. Both of these teams have been playing well where they stand. I mean, Trailblazers 7-3 at home in their last 10. Detroit 7-3 on the road their last 10 ATS. But Detroit also 4-1 in their last 5 ATS. Detroit has played decent as road dogs, winning about 52% clip, and only losing by like a margin of 6. Being that this is bumped up to 6.5 is giving you a little leeway room on that one. But I like the Pistons, man. I like the way they've been playing defensively, and I like that they've been scoring. We know Portland comes in with good defense, but Portland still struggles to get it going offensively. So the fact that the Pistons have been scoring pretty good recently, and their defense is almost as good as Portland Trailblazers, I'll take the Pistons with the points in this spot.
Pistons with the point. Keep an eye on the buyouts here because Detroit might have too many players on their roster after all these moves. Gallinari might be the odd man out. Grimes might be an odd man out. So keep an eye. Fournier, we'll see what the story is with him. We know Fontecchio is in there for the long haul, that young man there from Italy, the second-year guy who actually looked good. We've talked about him here on the drive-through when Utah had been hit with injuries. He did produce, and they got him in Detroit and given a couple second-round picks for him. So that's somebody there for the future. Asha Diakono also will be hitting their roster. Shake Milton will be hitting their roster. A lot of roster decisions here for these Pistons. As I said, some of them will probably get bought out.
Yeah, I think they made some good moves. The ones they feel like they're going to keep, I feel like they'll fit pretty well. Other than that, it's the Pistons. I mean, we got to see. They're definitely looking to make more moves in the draft. They just got to continue to add to this young core that they have, and hopefully we'll see some improvements with the trades that they made. Ivy
Duran, those are guys that can show something. Kate Cunningham in there as well. So there's some talent there. And of course, we've been betting. I mean, they cover as dogs. I know they look terrible straight up, but there's been some spots there where you can make money in them as an underdog, no doubt. Especially getting those double digits. They seem to be bringing out some. Exactly. They bring it out, right? All right.
No, exactly. Like you said, especially with them double digits, you can catch them on good nights getting where the books are just disrespect them a little bit too much, and you can make money on them.
All right, we're still about 6 minutes away from tip-off in the NBA. We will have coverage here in this Timberwolves Bucks game a little later. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, the NBA on the board starting in about 8 minutes. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Just 3 NBA plays for me today. The bet I did like the most but didn't lay it today was be that Green Bay, Wisconsin. NBA, I got my best bet, and I have my best bet put in a 3-pack for you guys, so you can grab that 3-pack on my best bet. Getting ready for tomorrow. Decent NBA card tomorrow, small college basketball card, and I'm looking at the NHL, small card in the NHL too. So I'll be whipping up something. You can get the 3-day, 7-day, and 30-day, so you can get on them lines early with me. Or you can just grab my best bet, and we can get ready to cash.
Get ready to cash here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dodge Premium. So get on board with Wayne here. Plays for tonight. Remember, the plays tonight, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for side credits. That is credit guaranteed. Long-term passes aren't, because they're sold at such a significant discount. So no better time to get on board here with Wayne. A lot long-term passes the way to roll. All right, Wayne, it's always great having you on our show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know we can catch our video series, Fight Night, with those fight picks.
Yes, sir. Plenty of boxing action coming up. I look forward to dropping more of those. Got to talk to Mitch about that one that was supposed to be coming out. Something about I didn't get it in time, so I just got to make sure I get them in on time so you guys can get it dropped. Regardless, even if I don't get them out, I'm going to be planning on giving them out either on this show or on the weekend show. So I'm going to get these boxing picks to you so we can cash them.
That's right. Get them in there to cash. Like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Wayne drops those videos, you get them in real time. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great night. We'll catch up with you next week.
All right, Tony T, appreciate you for having me. Good luck with all your best Pick Dog family. Let's get it.
Get it indeed. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here, guys. Well, let's go to the recap, guys. You can also put your best bets into the chat, so we'll read them out at the end of the show. So get those bets in right now in the chat room. Let's continue on. Let's get to the recap. We'll get to my game. My game starts a little later, so we'll just go ahead and get to the. We'll get into the recap here for you. So let's get the recap ready to roll. Here we go. Alex like Utah plus 5.5 against Arizona. Big on McMordie, Cal Poly plus a 10 against Northridge. Now, Tony Brown, Lakers plus 3.5 against the Nuggets. Millz on the Jazz plus 6.5 against the Suns. Wayne like Green Bay here plus 3 against Robert Morris. I'll be on the Bucks, the home team, -1 against the T-Wolves. One I like the most here, I like Alex's pick here with Utah Utes here, 13-0. Is it 13-0 or 12-0? I believe they're 12-0 at home. Shoots the ball well. Arizona's been a little up and down away from home. We'll go here with Alex's pick. All right, let's get to mine here. As you guys know, I like the Bucks in this one. Bucks are at home in this game, where we know they perform much better. And the situation here with this, let's just get to the injuries here also. McLaughlin and Miller are questionable here from Minnesota. So is Morris is doubtful. Clark out. Lillard is questionable tonight here. Of course, we know Beverly is coming over. He's not going to play tonight. He is ruled out now. Lillard out tonight for Milwaukee. That's all right. He's 33-year-old. I'd rather have a younger player in there anyway, to be honest with you. But anyway, A.J. Green will be in there. Malik Beasley, Connaughton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez in there for the Milwaukee Bucks. And we look at Minnesota on the road. They're 13th in offensive efficiency. They're averaging just under 115 points per 100 possessions, just a +2 net rating on the road. Of course, Milwaukee has been a pretty good home team. We know they don't cover, but in this spot, we're not asking them. We're asking them to. Actually, they're dogs of 2 points now because that Lillard news. All right, I'll take the 2. They're at 2.5 in some places. Give me that. I like that better with the late news here on Lillard. So I'll take. Remember, this is Doc Rivers' first home game. They've been on the road for a while, so we'll take this Bucks team at home here, getting the 2 with the free pick here on the show. All right, here, let's see. All right, there. That's all right. Guys, get your best bets in there if you would. That'll do it for this edition here of the drive-thru. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pink Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll get out your plays for you in real time. Remember, it always gets started here with the morning show live during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, you got Jay, you got Chris. Also, you got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His betting tool show, his roundtable discussions with the professionals. Also, Jay's jam session, NFL live show as well. We also have Chris around the league from the NHL. Rob Zawacki, A to Z coverage from the NHL. Pick from every game on the board from the NHL as well as his parlay. Don't forget Ron Romelli's Bank Shot Breakdown, college basketball picks for you on his video series. Nick Minkin, first half NBA. We also have Big Al McMordie with his All Access. Also, we have our man Acosti with his sharp trading plays. And of course, we've got also Millz with his UFC rundown. Also his prop shop. That's from our man Millz here on the YouTube channel, on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Of course, the parlay videos here from Brad Francis. Of course, Brian Biller with his contrarian picks. And of course, Dana Lane has got his video series up here against the public. So lots of great content here. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications so when these videos drop, you get them in real time. All right, let's get the guys' best bets here on the show today. Let's get it here. Our man coming in today with Matt D likes Utah, favorite show pick. I believe that's going to be the Utes or the Jazz, Matt D. Which one was that? Utes, the college or the NBA play? What else do we have here coming in tonight? We've got Bucks also here from Blake. Colorado Buffaloes here from Latifa, as well as Vancouver. Let's see what else we've got here. Utah and Lakers here from Latifa as well. What else do we have here? Let me see if we get some of your guys is putting in your picks. What do we got here? Let's see here. Nick beats Vegas. Likes his Ben Simmons over 9.5 points at plus 460, but he also likes a double-double even more. That's from our man Nick beats Vegas. J-Man likes UMass Lowell, laying the 7.5 in Oregon State plus the 8.5. Ben Simmons double-double from Zagorlian plus 750. What else we got in here today? Our man First Flicks, Mount St. Mary's, Cavs, Lipscomb money line should be covers. He likes those as well. So thank you guys here for your best bets tonight here on the show. Utes from Matt D likes Utah Utes. There we go. Clarification there from Matt, the Utes. Yep, I like that one as well. All right, that's going to do it here for the show, guys. Thank you for everybody for joining us in. Tune in again tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll get your place here in real time, if you would. All right, that's going to do it. Let's bring in our cappers tonight. We'll wake up about it, guys. You guys have a great